We'll hear from second gentleman from Texas, Mr. Neugebauer, for a minute and a half.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I look forward to the testimony of our witnesses today, and I believe the task ahead for this committee and for Administrator Lockhart and his team is, number one, stop the bleeding. As obviously you're going to testify, the American taxpayers have had to put an extremely large amount of money into this entity, and it looks like we're going to have to put more. The second is in this committee, as we go down the road, is how do we keep this from happening again? Because certainly we want to take steps in the future that do not put us back in the position that we're in now. And also making sure that we develop an exit strategy that protects the money that the taxpayers have already invested in these entities. And fourthly, while we're doing all of this, though, we have to ensure that there is a substitute, another entity, another way to ensure that there is not a major disruption in housing finance in this country. If we do not have a way to transition to a housing finance source that will take up the slack, because what we're going to see is testimony, basically the only game in town now is Freddie and Fannie and FHA. If we do not have entities in place to take up that slack, we will cause another major disruption in the housing market at a time where American families have already lost a substantial part of their equity. We do not need to be in a situation where we're creating that. So it's easy to identify the problems that need to be addressed. Obviously, many people have reasons how we got here, but more importantly, I think the important questions are where we go from here, and I look forward to hearing from the witnesses today as where do we go from here. Thank you, and I yield back.
Thank you very much, Mr.